guys, welcome back. Okay, so I've been testing the deck and I've been trying it. I've tried to add 2 locos already and I've failed miserably. I'm not like a few things that I just noticed is and I pointed out throughout the posts I've been posting on Wolfgrounds of hand depletion, right? And why, like, if you keep 1-for-1ing your opponent, it would be like very strenuous on your card advantage. Because essentially this is like your +1. Because like you negate their card, it comes back to the MP. That's like your only +1 apart from your -1s, like Ash, Veiler, Bell, right? And then I've seen a few builds try this, but they only played what's it called? They only played just the 3 Side Reflector and the 1 Beast and the 1 Assault Mode. It just makes this a 1-card Orcust combo. But I wanted to keep it to where I was able to still have the Assault Modes. So this is gonna be like an Orcust build, right? This is all basically theory. Just bear with me. Just basic theory. I'm yet I still haven't tested it yet, but just based off what just essentially what you require. It seems very straightforward, yeah. And then after that I guess you tinker with it and just figure out the ratios, figure out what you need, what you don't need. Okay, I'll explain this when I show you the combo, because this, as of right now, this is like I'll show you when I do the combo. Okay. Of course you have your. I love Bell. Bell's amazing. Because this deck loses to Call of the Grave, so this just helps that. Anything apart from that is just a bonus. It's like in Salaman, you negate Jaguar, Nick Spinny, Foxy, Falco, Wolf, Adback. It's just really good. And then against Orcust, it stops quite a bit of things from there, like the resummon off of the Galatea, right? And yeah, and then of course you have Ash. Ash, just generic, just all around good hand trap. Fake Veiler, same thing. It just allows you to slow roll your Stardust, because like you don't want to just use it right away, right? Okay, and this is where I added a small Orcust engine, right? You just play 1 Nightmare, 1 Harp, 1 Skeleton, because this is all you need to do the actual thing. Like the other ones don't, like you I guess you can use them, but it's like more of a want. Whereas this is like once the engine's out, once you've already done the combo, they're out of the deck. There's no more garnets. That's basically what I want to achieve, right? And then you just play the 1 Boots, because it's not like you need to resolve the Rusty. It's just like if you see it, then you see it. You know, it's not something that you need to resolve. But it's just the fact that you play the Rusty, you need to play the 1 at least. Same thing with this. Like once you resolve the combo, this sets one Fog Blade, banish it, gets other Fog Blade, and then everything else is just hand traps. And then you're gonna be top decking into this and just pumping out Stardust. Does that make sense? Okay, then you have your spells. You have your teleport, because it makes this guy more important now. And 1-for-1, because you want to get to that. Because like if you use his effect, then you're gonna be locked into Synchros, and you don't want to be doing that unless that's your only option. But yeah, and then you have of course your tankies, because tankies just get you to this gets you to that, or this now it gets you to this. And I'll explain to you why I'm playing this, because at first I was like kind of running into a bit of issues, and this just solves that problem. And then you have of course your instant fusion, basically another Call of the Grave, and just another body in case this gets stopped and you don't get to the beast. Okay, for those of you that have been seeing other builds, you don't need more than one beast. 1 beast is more than enough, because the only time you want it is just when you hard open this. Anything after that, it's just like an unnecessary deck thinner. Like you just don't need it. Like you just don't. Like so many times when I was playing 3, I would always see it. Like you just don't want to. Like, once you get it out of the way, it's in the grave, and then after that, you just keep adding the Assault Mode activates, and then you just keep bringing it back to 1. Any more than that, it's just wrong. Like it just doesn't make any sense. Like it just doesn't. Like there's a build that might be useful, and I'll talk about it in another video. But like just all around general, you just need 1. Just the 1's fine. And then you have just the 3 Call of the Grave, 3 Assault Mode activate. Then you just have your little engine, right? The 1 Orcust Crescendo and the 2 Fog Blades that you just get off this. Okay, so for those of you, I've seen a few lists, right? Like they just play this. They play 3 of this, right? They play 3 of this, 1 of this, and then one assault activate. Because it just basically means that it's just a 1 card nightmare combo. That's basically what it means. But like, I mean, I could do that, but I just want to play this, so that's why I tried to like incorporate everything. Okay, let me just show you the combo because it's something that can be really, really cool. Okay, so let's say you just open him. For those of you that don't know the combo, it's like summon this, right? Activate effect, add this, right? This is in your deck. I'm just turn it upside down so it could be a little bit more, I guess, realistic. Activate this, add this, discard this to add this to hand, right? And this other effect, reveal to special, and then that's 2 bodies, and then you just link away for a nightmare watch. And then you just link it away for a nightmare, and then you just continue to do your orcust play, right? Discard, and then they give you the discard outlet too, you know. And then you just do the combo. But I've just been experimenting with this a little bit, and I was thinking of how other things to incorporate, right? And then, so let me just show you, because this is gonna be pretty cool. Okay, so let's say you open up this and like an instant fusion, right? Like ideally, okay. So you go activate just to dodge like hand traps. Just you want to just dodge stuff, right? Then you activate effect. Add this, activate, add this, reveal, right? Increased by, doesn't really matter at this point. And then you just basically do your orcust thing, right? Okay. Then you use effect, discard to special nightmare, right? Okay. And since this is the cool thing about it, this is a level 7, so you're still not locked into like machines yet, because like that's only when you use their effects. So this is like, you already see what I'm going with this, right? It's a level 7, and you can just synchro into Stardust. Does that make sense? Like, okay, so so the whole purpose of this is just to like do everything, right? Like that's the whole point. So then, okay, so now you use effect, banish to send. Now you're locked into only machines, so you want to be able to do that before. So, and this is what I mean. The only instance you might want more of this is so you can have more chances of seeing this, right? And so you can just do the assault mode. But even then, it just seems like it's a bit excessive. But yeah, right here, since you don't have assault mode activate, you would just go for like a savage, right? Savage. So it's a dark either way, so you can do that anytime you want, basically. So use effect, banishing nightmare, right? Nightmare sends harp, special skeleton, right? And then this gives you the tail. Okay. Okay, and this is where the beast comes in handy. Cause see how you used your skeleton to make the level 8 synchro. So normally you would have linked away this and the mermaid to make this. But since you sacrificed this to make that, you're gonna need another body under the dark, basically, right? And this is why I play the wolf, because you play through this and you play through tanky. So odds of that happening are gonna be pretty likely. So when you use this effect, right, to special this guy there, right? So this would have been there, right? You special this, the wolf, because whenever level 4 lower monster special summon, either you or your opponent, you special it, right? And then this will make you got tail, right? And then you could just use the effect. Doesn't really matter because you have this either way to negate a Veiler or If they didn't do anything, they wouldn't have done anything then. And then you just set your crescendo, right? Okay. And then you just link these away, making your rusty. Sending boots. And then you're gonna set your double fog blade because you're gonna banish it. Okay, you're gonna set double blade. And then you're gonna use your skeleton, banish to special. And oh yeah, you need to return something, right? Just return this one, the heart. Cause you can just, you know. Yeah, and that's basically it, right? And then everything then on, that would have been what? That would have been those 3 cards, right? So you would have 2 more cards, and then see how consistent it is that you might top deck another reflector, another sentinel, another tanky, or just more hand traps to just reinforce this setup is huge. But the thing about it is, this is all theory, right? Like in a competitive event, like how consistent would this be? Like of course, we know that this card alone gives you the setup without this, and if you open up this, then that just makes it even better. But yeah, this is just something I'm just testing because it's there for another material basically. But tanky target, so yeah. But this is just theory, just something I was messing around with because like the regular builds that I was trying out with, like I guess because like my creativity has been taking like a big blow because like I would be able to just think of things like I said before, I have not been keeping up with every single new card released as I did in the past, and I would know like, oh, this works with this. Like I haven't been doing that because as of recently, these past few months, I've just been playing relatively meta decks, right? So you don't really have to like have that much like I guess innovation. I guess like you do like in like I guess like a skillful opponent. I guess you have to like think outside the box to kind of get an edge. But majority of the time, the decks are very standard, and they're you kind of know how to anticipate and know what to do and what to expect. So like it's like a different type of skill. Like there's like the skill of deck building, and then the skill of just piloting like the particular deck. There's 2 different types. Like I'm saying, like to be able to master both is just insane, which is something that I've done in the past, and it's just a lot more fun that way because it's like you're playing because you want to play it, and that's because okay, here's the deck, you know, like of course that's fun too, but like I don't know, man. But it's just there's something to think about. Oh, let me show you the extra deck because the extra deck is something you guys are gonna want to see. But yeah, like I said, like once the engine's out, like that small engine, once it's out, you're just top decking hand traps, interactions, or just more ways to get your Stardust out. Does that make sense? That's all theory based, but let's see how it works out. I'll see. I might try this build tomorrow. Let's see how that goes. Okay, so first off, let's go with the extra deck. Okay, this goes there. Okay, so first off, of course, you have your Rusty, right? Rusty, Galatea, Unicorn, just all your nightmares, because why not? It's just toolboxy, right? And this is for your fusions, because sometimes you might not want to do this play. I'm not sure why you wouldn't, but like, I guess maybe something like, let's say if you open up like a bunch of hand traps and the Stardust play, then I guess you wouldn't have any need for doing the whole thing. But I guess you would just do it anyways. I don't know. I don't know. It's just basically theory based, right? Just get rid of problematic things. That's pretty much it. It seems very straightforward, right? Very basic, but it's something that I just wanted to try out, which is really cool though. Like the fact that you can use a nightmare to like, yeah, man. Oh my god. But yeah, that's basically gonna be it. Hopefully you enjoy the video, and thanks for watching.